Hi, my name's Ned, and today I'm going to be telling you how you can replicate the VLOOKUP or other lookup functions in Microsoft Power BI tables or matrices using visual calculations. But first, before I do that, if you're interested in business intelligence, do me a favor and go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's jump into the computer. Okay, to start things off, we're going to need both a matrix, which is the Power BI equivalent of a pivot table, and a table in order to demo how this lookup functionality works in Microsoft Power BI. Then what we're going to do is we're going to create a new visual calculation. We can do that by selecting a visual. So in this case, I selected the matrix, which is the equivalent of Power BI's pivot table again, and then clicked new visual calculation. Now, visual calculations are different than measures because they only operate with the data that exists in the visual. In other words, the visual context. Now, you can replicate a VLOOKUP function by using a DAX function called lookup. Now, what this allows you to do is you can say, I want to look up a given column, right? So in this case, I want to look up the sum of value, and I want you to search across a column, right? And in this case, if I go search across column C, right? So if I go search for value C, what it'll do is it will go ahead and it will return the values in value C for every single cell, exactly like a VLOOKUP would. Now you might be like, well, Ned, that's not a VLOOKUP. In a VLOOKUP, I can bring data from other worksheets or other files, and you might be right with that. However, you can replicate that exact same functionality already using a measure in Microsoft Power BI just by removing filters and then bringing the measure into the visual calc. What this allows you to do is it allows you to very specifically reference points in a visual in other calculations. And we can get even more specific than the demo that I just gave you. For example, let's say that I wanted to write a visual calculation that would return column B, row 6. So this value of 12. What I could do is I could click the new visual calculation button up here, and I could title this column B row 6, and I could write a lookup function that is a lookup with value where I return sum of value from column where it equals row B and it returns row 6, right? So its title is row 6. So what this is going to do is it's going to search the column value for the column that's named B, and then it's going to search the row value for the row that's named row 6, and it's going to return sum of value. So in this case, it will return 12 for every single column. I can then go ahead and I can reference this in other visual calculations. Not only that, it gets even better. So in Excel, you might, for example, have an error column if a value is not found. Well, let's cause a value to not be found. So we don't have a column in this table called E, right? So I'm going to put in column E. And what this is going to do is now return a blank. But what we can do is we can provide an optional argument for an alternate result. So in this case, I'm going to go comma, and then I'm going to go test and hit OK. And just like that, we now have a alternate result that is populating. You could also make this be, for example, value not found, which is probably a better answer or placeholder value for this column. Now, there are two other functions that are worth mentioning, but we're not going to review in this video, and that is lookup and lookup with totals. Lookup returns the value of an expression after filters are applied. So if we go down and we look at these examples in the Microsoft's documentation, you can see that it's returning sales amount after category has been filtered down to bikes. And then lookup with totals allows you to actually access the total values that Power BI calculates automatically. So in this case, for example, right here, we were doing lookup with total, with where sales amount, so returning sales amount, where fiscal year equals FY 2018. And that's what all of these are returning. And I'll go ahead and link the Microsoft documentation that I was just showing down below in the video description. Now, if you learned something today, hit the subscribe button. And with that, thanks for watching.